Is this the Midjourney killer? So there's a bunch of different AI tools that are popping up all over the place now. And most of them aren't as good as Midjourney still in terms of results. And Midjourney still might be my favorite, but Leonardo, Leonardo is going to give them a run for their money. It's getting very similar quality of images, but it has a lot more levers that we can pull, a lot more things that we can play with to try to get the images that we want. Some of the pros right out of the gate is that at this point, it's still completely free. So you don't have to pay anything yet. I think it's still in beta, so I don't know how long that will be. But right now, you can do as many as you want. You do have an allotted amount of tokens per day, and then that refreshes the next day. But so far, I have not ran out. And it's web-based too, which is nice. So you can just go to the website and then start typing in the prompts right away. Now there's tons you can do in here. I'm just starting to scratch the surface, so this isn't going to be a deep dive, but just to put it on your radar and show that this is another cool resource that we can use for our AI work for projection mapping. I'm going to show you a couple of different things I was playing with. One was just straight up typing in a gargoyle, and it already got some really cool images from it, a different style. And built into it is some editing tools that you can do. So like these two icons here are different types of upscaling, a more creative one versus less creative if you want to be able to keep some of the detail. You can upload an image here to use as a guide for what it's creating. And so this button here allows this image to become kind of a seed image for future ones. You can also edit it. I think this is in beta too, but you can make some light edits to the image in this tool. We'll probably do a separate video on that just because there's tons you can do with that. And the background remover right here in tool, right here is you can remove the background from an image. And so I tried it with this one and it worked pretty good. Now AI still has a hard time with hands and appendages, so some of these are a little funky, but it's cool to just have the background remover built in as part of the tool. Another great thing about it is you can choose from a bunch of different models. So this one is using an RPG 4.0, but it's got a whole bunch of built-in models that you can use with different styles, different looks and feel. I think this one's primarily focused on video games, and so you'll see lots of video game type of objects and characters, but it's got all these different types of models that you can use. So if you're not getting the style that you want, you can try one of these others. The community can create their own models. So if somebody out there has one that you like, you can use that. Another area I haven't gotten very far into is you can create your own models too. And I haven't gotten very far into this, and so mine aren't working great yet, but you can upload your own images and have that train the model. Then over on the left, there's a bunch of levers that you can play with to try to get the results you want. I'm going to show you this image to image though, because this is what got these cool gargoyles. I used this picture of the Hatbox Ghost and then typed in gargoyle and got some interesting results blending the two. So with this, all I have to do is just upload an image. Let's grab a different Hatbox Ghost one. Let's try like this one. And now anything I search for, any prompt I put in is going to use that as its guide. And this lever will show how much it's going to influence. So let's crank it up all the way. And let's just type in forest, see if that will put the Hatbox Ghost into a forest for us. Okay, so when I bumped the strength all the way up, it basically did the exact same image. If I scale it down, I won't do it all the way because then it probably won't do anything, but let's do halfway and see what that does. Okay, so that one didn't work as expected, but you can at least see how it works. This will influence what you put in there. Maybe we'll try the gargoyle one again, see what that does. And this dropdown, as I said, you can choose different models to build this off of. So I'm going to try a different model and type in gargoyle and see what it'll do with this image. And maybe I should try one where it's got more of the Hatbox Ghost, like this one. Let's try that one. And if you want to exclude things that are showing up in the image that you don't want, then you can do this negative prompt. All right, that's still a little funky looking. So like a lot of these AI tools, sometimes you get a hit, sometimes you get a miss. When I use this image of the Hatbox Ghost, these were the gargoyles versus gargoyles without the image training in it. So I kind of like that one, other than the weird appendage problem. And then I also tried the Candleman, Raleigh Crump's Candleman. I'd love to come up with a really cool AI version of him, but it's been difficult to get it to look right. These are the two extremes from the strength slider. This was complete strength, so just almost exactly like the original image. And then this one took more creative license, and it doesn't look really like the intent of the creation. So I'm going to continue to see if I can find a way to bring Raleigh Crump's Candleman digitally to life and add him to our haunt. So again, not a deep dive, but just to let you guys know, this is another tool that's out there for AI. I still think Midjourney is probably getting better results, but this one has more levers that you can pull, more things you can tweak. So it might just be a matter of learning how to use all of these different features to get what you want. You can also go out to the community feed and see what they're doing as well. And if you hover over the picture, it'll tell you what prompt they used to get the results. So that can be helpful too. So give it a try. If you've used this and Midjourney, let me know which one you like better. Now, if you don't have time to get the exact asset that you're trying to build, there's a good chance that I've already made it with all the things I've been playing around with. So subscribers to our Patreon get access to all of these images that I'm creating. So as of March 4th, we're a little over 1,600 projection mapping friendly assets, pictures and videos that you can just drag into your projects and use right away. And a lot of these are going to be, for this year, a lot of them are going to be AI generated. So we've got some cool characters. You might have seen the other video where we animated this portrait. And have, while it may be a little less interesting, walls or something that really make our projection mapping pop, but could take so much time to get right. So I'm working on a bunch of base textures, most of them AI generated. Like I like this brick. This brick right here is a great texture. And then adding some other fun things on top of it, like eyes peeking through peeling wallpaper, moss to the outside of the wall, different kinds of effects. And so I think I'm up to, let's see how many walls I have in here so far. Got 227 wall objects that you can use. Got a bunch of windows, doors, all the different stuff that you need for your projection mapping projects. Here's just some kind of miscellaneous stuff that we're including in there too. Gates and gargoyles and grandfather clocks and hearses and spiders, all sorts of stuff. So if you don't want to reinvent the wheel, then you can leverage what we already have out there.